It's like that. Okay, you're on video. And I want you to tell me about what you do, sir. Other than being mildly responsible for my career.
Mildly responsible. You know, I'm not
I don't know if I
sure.
love or hate you for that, but
I don't know if we put a blinker on when we made that turn.
yeah, I
but
don't
we just kind
know.
of drove right through that
Here
stop
it
sign.
goes. Yeah, here it
Just
goes.
kind of went, hey, bro, why don't you come over and, let's
Yeah,
party tonight.
yeah. And then my life gets turned upside down, but that's okay.
Head down, sideways, all that stuff.
I still love you either way.
Still love you, bro.
Okay.
Well, what do I do now?
I want you to explain this because it's incredibly important, and it allows me to have a career and do what we do. Much of the other people here, it allows them to do that. So I want you to explain this to some of the people that maybe don't know what it is.
So the American Sand Association was established clear back in 2000.
Okay.
Basically to fight and keep Imperial Sand Dunes, Glamis Sand Dunes open.
Now that's when they closed. It was about 40% on the other side of the road.
40,000 acres.
Yeah.
Now, the other side of the road was prior to that. That's
Oh, it was
a whole
prior to that.
different
Okay.
thing, yeah.
They closed
Basically,
40,000.
on the prime
Okay.
area, they closed
Okay.
40,000 acres.
Yes.
And that was the Center for Biological Diversity. It closed 40,000 acres.
Yes. Which we're having issues right now with them trying to close some of our dunes down, or
Yes.
all of our dunes, or limit them at least, or
Give a quick history with this group, and the bad thing about it is, they started out and they just reach into a can and try to see what they can pull out and call an endangered whatever, or endangered feelings, or
right.
endangered,
Yeah, right.
whatever. So
Right,
they
yeah.
started out as a beetle and then to a lizard, and then somehow they found a weed that had a flower and only look one direction and say, okay, it's endangered, so we need to shut down 40,000 acres. And then on top of that, they had filed, after they won the 40, they were trying to even do another land grab of 70,000 more acres.
Because if they're given enough rope, they'll hang us all.
Oh, bingo. And
Yeah.
in this group, that's how they play.
Yeah.
They win, they don't stop.
Exactly.
Because they're funded by people that just want to close us down. So if you get a win, they go, ooh, 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 how much more can I give you?
Yes, exactly.
So, and basically what we've got is, long story short, 16 years in court, $2.1 million in legal fees, and fighting like hell came to one day in court where everyone's sitting there nervous and not knowing what's going to go down. And
Roll the dice.
God bless,
Fight for it,
we won.
Yeah.
So the ASA won, stopped at 70, and got 35,000 acres back of the 40.
Hell-
Doesn't mean we're done.
Hell of a win. More to do by a long shot.
Long shot.
And I mean, really, from here to Mexico. I mean, it's like
we could go into stuff, and if I told you what's going on right now,
Oh.
it's literally to Mexico on something that we found out about that I'm fighting to, separate to this.
Yeah.
You just nailed it. So,
right.
So the biggest thing that's going on is we found out here about a year ago about the CBD's intent to come up here and file.
Yeah.
Center for Biological Diversity, CBD, is the group that filed against us at Glamis.
Yes. Same people trying to get ours closed.
Yes. And
Go where they can go.
they-
Yeah. Same.
they like filing at a federal level.
And
Glamis is
Pismo. They've been screwing with Pismo.
Well, no, Pismo. They tried to get on a Pismo, and we filed a motion on them,
And it was
they
stopped.
weren't able to jump onto the lawsuit. They weren't able to pile on. So, but still, land
What I mean
grabs.
is,
Right, land grabs.
they're
all over the
trying
place. Yes.
all over the place. Yeah.
So CBD has filed notice of intent to shut down all SEPs in the dunes, which is
Yes.
special event permits.
Yes.
So what they filed is 100% legit. And the Forestry Service is actually guilty of not enforcing the federal mandate on decibels, on noise. So, long story, there's a lot of stuff there, it's
Yeah.
just not being enforced.
Yeah.
So if the law enforcement is not enforcing, not for writing tickets, they end up in front of the judge in court. The court goes, what have you done to, enforce not beating the federal standards?
Right.
And their answer is they have no answer.
Yeah.
They haven't. So it's going to be a big problem and a big fight. And,
Yeah.
and these guys, they're not ones that stop at one level. So if they say they're going after the SEPs first, the special event permits, that's their first level. So
Yeah.
the biggest problem people need to realize is an SEP to this local area brings in $12 to $15 million in commerce to the three communities that are here.
Correct.
None of that.
Truthfully, all these coast communities, they're tourist driven, period.
Yes.
I mean, I lived on the coast for a lot of my adult life, further down in Lincoln City, but without the tourists, you're screwed.
Yeah, they can't afford it.
No.
If you took the 3 communities and said, okay, you're each losing $5 million
Right.
in commerce,
Right.
it's going to kill them.
Yeah.
I mean, I spoke with the, commissioner from Coos,
Yeah.
and we were talking about the impact. He goes, we can't handle that.
No.
Our infrastructure can't handle
No.
losing that kind of income.
No.
So they're just starting and filed the notice of intent.
Yes.
The biggest thing that needs to happen is people need to be aware.
That-
the biggest
yes.
problem is everyone's used to the loud exhausts, the
Yeah.
loud Banshees, the loud side-by-sides, the loud quads. They
Yeah.
don't make any more horsepower when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Flat out doesn't.
Yeah.
You and I can argue with anyone on that.
Yeah.
And when you're doing it, you make no more horsepower.
Yes.
All you're doing is being loud.
We try to keep our stuff respectful. Some of it gets way out of hand. We really try on our rigs to not do that. We're a little louder,
But even though you are, the biggest thing on it is you can still be somewhat legal because it is in proximity of housing or dwellings.
right,
So you can cruise through there on a low RPM and not
Right.
making any noise.
right,
It's when you go through on a lower gear and blasting and making all kinds of racket and noise and just disturbing everybody,
right.
it's going to get you shut down.
Yeah, quickly,
Period.
quickly.
And that's the bottom line. You want
Thankfully,
to keep
we're at least clean here.
Yeah.
Our dunes stay relatively clean. People don't really trash it like some of the other places. That's helpful, at least. But most importantly, is people need to know, understand what this is, what you do, support you where they can, how they can. There's all kinds of stuff you're doing. I mean, you guys do trailer giveaways. You guys sell
Raffle
these things,
giveaways,
do these
Polaris
things.
gives us stuff.
Yeah,
And,
non-stop. It's like you guys are constantly pulling stuff in so you can fight for us.
Yeah, we do.
So it's
raffles,
huge.
memberships, donations.
Yes.
Business memberships. If you got a business, those
Yeah.
are huge, and that's
Yeah.
actually what we survive on is business
Yes.
memberships.
Yes.
And the OEMs are supporting us through grant funds and things like that. But
They need
like
to.
I said, Klamath was $2.1 million.
Goes quick, doesn't it, fighting this stuff?
And for me to come up here and run around and do the awareness and all that stuff,
Yeah.
it adds up real quick.
Yeah, it does.
And
Yeah.
It's that boots.
You're
on the
ways
ground.
from home. It's not cheap for you to be here to do this. So,
But
yeah,
as you know,
I know.
love this sport.
This is what we do.
It's what we do.
Okay. Nevertheless, I love you, brother.
Love you, bud.
Keep doing what you do. I'm
We
going to
will.
keep doing what I do.
Do what you do. I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
All right. See ya.
All right, buddy.